Welcome to the Community Day event. Classic, though, for Squirtle. I went ahead and got some things done there. Ah, it's like popcorn over here. I'm trying to look for something on the other phone over here real quick. What's as quick as it can. Ah, there it is. It's going to be a little short over here, though. Come on, go to it. I hear an echo here. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Anything? I don't know if my volume's on low or not. Okay, there it goes. For some reason, it's low. At least to me, it's low. Anyway, so as you can tell, though, I already have a shiny up my counter there because I was getting some stuff set up, though, and one just appeared. I might hear some noise, so I'm going to end up muting myself for a moment. Reminder, since this is a mobile stream, though, please be aware of random cuts, though, and sounds and everything else that can be happening. As you can tell, though, that during this event, though, there's no party hat ones, though, but lucky for me, I managed to save one. What I'm going to do is do the shiny one, though, and that one, though, if I get enough candy here. Which I need to go ahead and do this. I got all these. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. It's like, I'm so close. And yes, just for those that don't know or forgot there, that even if you have a costume one that I can Mega Evolve there, they don't wear the costumes. I did finally was able to get another Pokemon to Mega Evolve, though that would be my Hunt Doom, because they recently had a little research that gave me enough of the energies, though, because I only had 85, and this research gave me 100, so yay there. I was hoping to use it on a shiny one, though, but it said, yeah, let's go ahead and use it on my giant dog over there. So a big dog. I still had this one from 2020. You're back. I'll mute myself, then I'll still be playing here. I have no idea why there's so many ponytails here. Ponytails. Just leave it here for a few more seconds so if that want to add me on there. And I'm looking at my phone the wrong direction. Get a little delay on here. Okay, I'm going to get to any Pokemon related news here. Just that my computer is being a butt. Okay, let's see here. So far, not much in Pokemon news as of this recording now, besides previous announcement a couple of weeks ago about Detective Pikachu, the game coming number 2 coming out. Eventually, they were working on it though. Still no word about a sequel for the movie though, because I'm still not sure how that works. If anybody ever seen it though. Also, there's been some news about Pokemon Sleep though, in which you can sign up for it though. Some people are already trying it out. And one moment here. Okay, where was I though? Like how somebody keeps taking their sweet time though. I was in there in a hurry though, and then say, let me waste time. Anyways, Pokemon Sleep though, the app though, where you are more active while asleep there, is actually should be available. Hopefully by the time this video is out. If not, there might be some testing phases over there. There is a connectivity though to Pokemon Go where you virtually can get a Snorlax that has a little sleeping cap though. Also, I think it's compatible with the Pokemon Go Plus accessory or similar devices that's able to do that as well. Let's see here. Anything related to the Pokemon Go Fest though besides the Mega Deontay over there? There's a Pokemon ticket. Center. Okay, they also had one where you can get a shiny Mewtwo, or not Mewtwo, but a shiny Mew. But I already had that, so I didn't want to get that. See new items. As you can tell, though, I'm wearing the hat from the gym leader, Clay. And what's interesting, though, is that I got a feeling that he may have more to it, though. Because if you go to sets, as of this recording, though, and look all the way to the bottom where they have it, though, you can actually see he could get the full attire, though. But for right now, you can only get the hat that I'm aware of, though. So unless the rest of the attire is like in the PvP battle section, though, and you have to earn it, though, or it'll eventually come, though, who knows? And even if you try to put it on, though, they're just going to make you wear random outfits that involves a hat. What is this? Yeah, something like that. It's like, I want to see what's going on, then I can't even see what's going on. It's like, new outfit. Well, where's the new outfit? Oh, because okay, I know why. Because I'm wearing a two-piece set over here. Genius. Let's switch back to this one though. Okay, now can I show it off? Go sets. No, where are the outfit? I almost pushed my screenshot button. No. They really need to fix this thing better. Okay, now can I do it? Can I see the set now? Or is he just going to show the hat? He's just going to show the hat. Fine, whatever. Why? Sometimes just... It's like I want to do two at once, so... What I'm thinking about doing, go ahead and spend some of the Mega Energy, though, for the shiny Blastoise in there. At least that way I can get Register and the Mega Dex. For shiny, that is. I mean, I already have a Blastoise in the Mega Dex. It's like, I just evolved it, though. Yep, that's tell you how you spell that word. All they did is just slightly make it purple there on the green back. Yes, but no. Need some more Mega Energy for the other Pokemon I don't have enough for. Oh, that looks a little brighter though. Uh, 4:17 local time over here. I don't know why they don't have hats on though. I figured they would. Because the anniversary's still active, right? Yeah, anniversary's still active, so. I'm still trying to get the certain Pokemon that you can only get via the eggs there. That's like, ha ha ha, you're never going to get it. The larvae start over here. So far, I think I got everything else out of these eggs. I think it can come on almost every egg besides the one from Friends. Yeah, for the shiny Mew research, though, of course, you still have to get every one of the Pokemon from the first gen, and some people, depending on where they live, though, might not be able to get certain ones. I know it took me, quote, forever, though, to get a Kangaskhan until they eventually had a regional raid there that was available. I was able to get from there, kind of like how long it took me to get a Mr. Mime to finish it off as well. And that took even longer because it was also a regional Pokemon there. I think you had to go to France and such. There was one way to get it though, and it cost. What's it cost? Yeah, I think it. I forgot exactly how it was. I think it was a costing one though. Eventually they brought it back though. Managed to get that one though. Of course, it was a Galarian Mr. Mime, Mr. Tap Dancer. So good luck on to those. I was playing fair though and trying to get all the original 151 Pokemon that didn't get it the last time it came around. Meanwhile, still trying to get a certain Pokemon though that involves a certain researcher that takes forever because you gotta find Kecleons. And they could be anywhere, one at a time. Do, 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 do. Helps if I take a photo here. There we go. Yep, don't forget to also take some random photos, not every few seconds or anything like that, but just often enough within the time though, so that way you can get your little surprise and an extra Pokemon to appear, which in this case would be Squirtle. Squirtle. That's why one of these years we'll get a Switch. By the time I get Nintendo Switch, it's going to be already too generate. Shins behind. Have to be careful though because my computer is acting a little slow, especially since it was raining earlier, and I think I have a slight loose connection somewhere. So if there's any lagging issues though, now you know. I'm going to take some more screenshots of interesting Pokemon being really close to each other, and then sketch up some fusion art that way though. Done it before last time. Never really posted on the Twitter though. Shit. At least maybe one of them. Mentioned this before though, but usually fusion art is whenever somebody takes one, obviously more than one, two or more Pokemon, and they combine certain features with each one of them. Of course, you know how they get to the idea of how to pick and choose which features is going to be on whichever one's the base one though. Could be up to something. Especially how you get the idea. There are randomizer websites though that's like can give you the combination usually two, and then it'll combine it for you though, and then you can do your sketches from there, or just pick whichever one has a cooler design and glue them together that way though. But mentioned this before though, in which that what I've been doing though, and I know some have already done before, would look at some Pokemon though that are practically standing next to each other, within each other, or something like that though, and then it's like that's perfect though. A month or two ago, as of this recording though, found one though that looks like a combination that ended up being a combination of a Honda Hour and a Skunky there. So I thought, I wonder how that will look. Well, it looked like a Honda Hour though, minus its bones there, if you can call it that. They never specified though. It's supposed to look like it though. And took the concept of using that as a base though, and then combining it with this donkey's long tail though. As for any resemblance of the previous dog there, would make the back fur longer though, so it would resemble the areas where the bones would be. It doesn't look too bad either though. And also, what I did with it though is that since those dogs have what looks like a skull pattern shape on this head there, went ahead and made that into white fur though that would be long in the back, kind of like a mane. And it turned out pretty well. Too bad I'm not one of those people that makes it look like the stylings of Kin Sugar. Hope I said that right. The one who's the long time artist for the Pokemon company there. Because he's got a certain way though, usually more of the older style there with looks like from textbooks and such. Where it's got this little rough shine to it and this light shading. I guess a lot of people like that though. It's like, I mean, I could do that, but I didn't want to be like everybody else and copy off somebody else's styling. Granted, that's not stopping from people over the years and centuries, though, because it's always going to be a copycat. Let's see here. There was also reports that there was a bug originally in Pokemon Go a few weeks ago from this point of recording, though, in which the bug increased the radius of the spawn radius there of your character. Apparently, that was Niantic went and quote fixed that, though, and of course, the fun police, as they would call them, though, people didn't like that. It's like, well, yeah, sometimes some companies will implement a feature that was inspired by certain bugs and issues there. But other times, though, they think, nah. That would be interesting, however, though. Yeah, a few days ago, there on some media sites like Twitter and so forth, there some people were doing the whole, oh, you remember back then how the UI of the games looked like this and how gyms were just like squares. Yes, I remember those gyms there and their square format. I don't know, they kind of look a little bit better though. And feel like I need a, well, not need to, but I should post about the one Pokemon egg that I still have from 2016 that's still there, that's not going to be hatched though until the game deletes itself, whatever though. As for what it could be, who knows? Because most of these eggs are actually fixed on whatever creature could be inside of it the time you gain it. That's not like some of those loot boxes where the loot changes though whenever the cycle comes around though to change loot boxes. I mean, it could be the best thing possible out of that from 2016 though, or it could be some common thing like a rat. And how people remember how many times PGs and rat-a-tats came all over the place there when the game's this. Yeah, it makes sense though because you're starting out on a new route. Of course, the game was still in its infancy though, so pretty much no matter how far you were from wherever you currently live at the time or your starting point though, every route and street and path though is a beginner's one. Which would be something though if that was an actual game though. Imagine you have to defeat the Elite Four though, and the only Pokemon you can come up with is the early route ones. Nothing cooler than that though. It's like, yeah, you're getting a little bitty bird, you're getting a little bitty rodent. That's it. Every place around the country there's going to be just that. Also, during their little anniversary, though, anybody who had mentioned, yeah, this is why maybe I should start writing down scripts. So, anyways, uh, during the 7th anniversary of Pokemon Go, they now allowed Squirtle wearing the party hat evolve it to all the way up to Blastoise. They done this last year. I think it was last year though with Charizard too. There, where your Charmander can finally do it though. The only one left of the original trio would possibly be the Bulbasaur, because if you go to it as it was recording, it doesn't give you the option to evolve it with a little party hat. I know some are getting tired of the whole costume though, but that's just one of the gimmicks of Pokemon Go. Well, I want it on the mainline game. Yeah, that would be something though. And I got a jumping little piggy behind me. I do know that they implemented the extra extra small and extra extra large though in Scarlet and Violet though, and since they had that in Pokemon Go for I think a few months before it was introduced in the main game, which means now whenever you trade your Go Pokemon there, you should get the corresponding badge when you transfer it to those games. Which kind of makes me wonder though, what about the Pumpkin Boo and the Gourgeist though, since they were the first ones to introduce the whole tiny and oversized Pokemon there, which also included their own unique sound effects to to indicate their size difference. So with the smaller variant though also being like a higher pitch though, and the large ones being a more deep pitch. So I guess that's the only thing that it's got going for it now though, since every Pokemon is capable of being tiny or large, super large. And also another reason why I want to Mega Evolve the Houndoom though, the extra extra large, double X large. I thought, well, Mega Pokemon usually are larger than the previous incarnation. So what if it was already double X large there? Would it even be giant? From what I've seen, it looks like they're just the same normal size if they were just the basic size to begin with. I like how some people were making fun of Whale Lord over there because it was one of the larger ones. And they're throwing all these variants in there though, like the whole Mega Evolution though, and Gigantamax. I said, yeah, you want to block out the sun for a few days though, see what happens with your giant whale, which is kind of funny and ironic considering it's one of the largest Pokemon though, but it's also a light one too. Oops, hit the wrong button. been watching this tower though, and it seemed like once in a good while though, they come over here, take over the tower, and then drive off. And even rarer than that is the occasional somebody camping practically at the tower though to take it over. The thing is, I never see them though, so maybe they drive by though and take it over. I don't know. I remember it took me about almost 30 minutes though to fight somebody off in a gym battle there, so I can take it over and then they take it over and back and forth, and only to get interrupted by the raid that appeared though. So went worked as a team though, took it down. Like congratulations, we did a good job. Now let's go back to fighting over who owns in gym. One thing I don't really like is the Team Rocket takeover or the gyms though, because they're, ever since they introduced the rage mechanic feature in the game though, where it's 3 or higher ranking Pokemon there. If you never heard of rage mechanic though, I think I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna repeat it again. It's where once a boss or bosses, depending on the games you play, gets to a certain point in their health though, they start becoming more aggressive though. Their attack powers are a little bit higher though. And in some games though, they may gain a new ability. And there's some games though they may also introduce another mechanic to kind of to quell the angry side of them though. In this game though, it would be the item that they recently added though, the Purified Gem, which you can gather though from Team Rocket members though during certain Team Rocket mini events or larger events. So you'll get these shadow or corrupted shards there though. You collect enough of them though to basically piece together, purify it though automatically though, and then you get these gems. These gems are supposed to calm down the enraged shadow raid bosses there, so you can get some hits in and they'll deal less damage though, while taking more damage themselves though. But it's kind of an iffy thing though, because usually if you tap on it though during the raid battle though, it's supposed to activate though by way of a cooldown timer, which is like a little clock pattern where it slowly rotates or like giving you a piece of pie. But for some reason, it seems like it does that, but then it immediately refunds you the thing though back, and it doesn't seem like it works too well. At least not solo there, because they still hit you as much as they can if they were not effective to begin with though. So I don't know if it's because I'm the only one soloing it though, or needing more than once. Yeah, which means while it could be possible to solo a 3 ranked shadow Pokemon there during raids though, I think it might be best to have at least 1 or 2 other people in those. Or at least for me it was. But the 1 rank though, they don't have the rage mechanic though, so let me go through some of this. So I even have the Cake Hat Pikachu. I don't know why there's no Party Hat Squirtle, so I guess they turned the hats off during this. And usual reminder that we're doing these community day events though. If you miss them though because time is not on your side there, or you're working, or you have some other things to do though, don't forget that they tend to remind us well though that near the end of the year though they have this 2 day, I think it was 2 days, usually they are 2 day community day weekend event where they go and let you go and catch the ones that were previously in the whole year or two, because usually when they do the year-end community day events, usually within the last year or so of Pokemon there. So, but if I remember right though, they usually rotate which ones are out every hour or so. I know that some people are a little bit confused about the whole Ursa Luna one there. If you're evolving the bear, you do not have to wait for a community day event though, because usually, depending on which certain Pokemon there. It might return though, who knows? But most times though, it's usually the first community day they were introduced and the year end though. If you want to evolve your bear to its final form there, you will have to wait for a real world full moon there, which is usually indicated by the game's day and night mechanics. So too there, it's not tied to a community day event though. The only thing that's tied to a community day event is its special attack. So since full moons tend to occur more often now. There are still some Pokemon there that some people are still waiting. I think they said that was in the wow. What they're still waiting for though would be the Dusk form Lycanroc. So far, it's listed in the game, but you still can't get it in the game. I guess they're trying to figure out how they're going to do the mechanic on that. Since, like on the main games though, you get one from daylight and one during nighttime though, and this has to be a certain point. Dusk has to be a certain point of the day, which is usually indicated well. I think sunset and sunrise, say sunset and sunrise. Yeah, I think that's right. Never got sun and moon though. Just remember it was that though. So who knows when that's going to be though. It doesn't help by the fact that some players in Pokemon Go are rushing them and expect high quality and certain features though. Oh, they must have skipped certain Pokemon and so forth. They'll eventually get to them. They eventually get to them. They know that they were skipping around, moving ahead, moving backwards, going back and getting some creatures that people couldn't get because they don't want to move to another country just to get them. Let's see here. So 438. Half distance, all four. All four. Yeah, when using this incense, it's usually just getting the original 151 though. Well, the ones that were wild ones, not all of them. But that would be something. But yes, the next Pokemon event is coming up soon there for the Go Fest. Not going to buy it, that's for sure. I figured they'll at least have another Pikachu with balloons. There's a list of all the Pokemon that they released though, and some of them are unique ones that you can only get in certain parts of the world. Oh, why am I doing that? Can't believe it's already been 2 years since they released the 5th anniversary Pikachu there with a number 5 balloon, but apparently I was looking at my list, not my list, but a list, saying there was a couple of more flying Pikachus. I want a surfing Pikachu. I want it to just be holding a surfboard. I mean, that would have got flying Pikachu. Which, if I remember right, though, came around the same time as the surfing Pikachu, though, in Pokemon Yellow, and also in the Stadium games, or at least one of them. Because nothing better, though, than changing a type via item. Kind of missed my Pokemon Yellow game. I have no idea where that went. It's been missing for so long. I mentioned this before in a video, so there that to get the Surfing Pikachu back then, you would have to trust Nintendo not to mess up or whatever. You mail it to them during a contest. So, but since you got Wi-Fi and other methods of attaining a Pokemon there without mailing off your cart. Hmm. 440. Mm. Still not sure why there's a ponytail there. Oh yes. Also, let me do this first. This is something I also forgot. I don't know if I reach it or not, but just in case. Yeah, I knew it was going to attack. Really? Mm-hmm. So quiet. Hmm. Oh, my leg. Ouch. Oh yeah, campfire is not available everywhere. Anyways, so they have a thing called routes, which you can set up though. It got rejected. It said it was accepted last time. Oh, really? Maybe they thought the trail wasn't good enough. That's funny. Times one. Fine. I guess I'll have to fix that then. Also, they need to fix this a little bit better though. Hmm. But yeah, routes is just something that's in a testing phase right now. Usually, it's just you connecting gyms and Pokestops together though. Point A to B, not point A, B, Z, question mark, dollar sign, one, and everything else there. Which means most of these you can do though, but make sure it's like you taking a scenic tour though. You don't want to take a scenic tour just walking down the street and there's nothing on either side. You need to try to make a route to say, oh yeah, look at this. It's some cool artwork over here. Oh, look at this though. This is a nice building. I was just testing it out though between a park playground and a sign. Technically, I wasn't lying though when I said it was still accessibility because it's all flat surface, so there's no ledge or anything like that. I'll probably work on that later though. Probably go uptown because there are some nice murals up there. Oh, maybe not the church though. It's not exactly an exciting one. Let's see here. Like the that could be one. I'll wait for it to be a day where it's not hot outside. A war memorial. So yeah. I once again I'm not sure why it was accepted then rejected. It's like yes, but no. But that's a feature that should be coming out though, unless they rejected it themselves overall. But just like the Pokestops and gyms though, you got to make sure it's in a place that's accessible to everyone though, and it's not prohibited in any way that we're saying, oh well, you can look, but you're not allowed to get any closer. Not exactly sure how this is going to work though, because I'm not sure someone's going to say, oh, let me look at my phone while walking down the street though. How much time we got left? Ooh, 14 minutes of exciting and me talking. Usually try to keep it Pokemon related though. Usually. Oh yeah, does my light get brighter when I do this? I guess I can do Retro Cup. Retro Cup though, but yet I can use creatures that wasn't that old. I also need to diverse my groups better though. Oh no no no. Does it? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with Retro Cup. Also, it looks like they tried to clean up some of their listing though of what's acceptable or not acceptable Pokemon for certain battles though, because they're still listing some going as far as Sword and Shield that's not even out yet. In this game, that is. Wow, I'm gonna get slapped. Slap, 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 slap. Makes you wonder if they even get far enough they were Paradox Pokemon in this game. I was looking at some artwork that people would do there in their interpretation of realistic Pokemon there. And I noticed though that there's some of them like, wait, that's not what they are. One of them was doing a Mantis or Mented looking Pokemon there, and for some reason they put this one as a Mantis though. I guess because its arm looks like little sickles. It's more related to crickets though, but yeah. It's like there was one article I was looking about dogs of Pokemon there, and I guess somebody does not understand what's the difference between a feline and a canine because they would put Luxray as a dog. Last I looked, it was based more on a electrified lion before the lions came out. So Luxray and any of its evolution forms are not dogs; they're cats. They should really say canines instead of saying just dogs there, since there's much more diversity with the canines, though, because they would also put foxes and wolves in there. Related, but not related. And despite the whole Poochiana line there being based off of hyenas and wolves there, they still put them as canines because, well, the whole inspiration by with wolves there. I still like the whole debating there of the whole legendary beast, though. Is it this or is it that? So yeah, that's not going to work out well. No. Oops. I thought I heard. Oh, there were several that pop up. Yeah, there recently was some researches in which involved you to do raids, so like usual. There, and of course, the usual complaints about people saying that they can't get because of where they live. Well, some of those raids are able to gain easier though than like the shadow ones, though, because shadow raids you have to be there in person, and I think it's bad enough though trying to find somebody for a regular battle there, even if it's remote. Trying to do a shadow raid there in a place there's barely anybody who doesn't besides you wanting to do. Good luck on that one too. But rushing the developers there to get features in though is not going to be much helpful though too there. I demand. Too much demanding though. It'd be like some of those people who demand companies to make the game faster though. But you know what's going to happen if you make something too fast though? You're going to have bad quality though, and then you'll be complaining again because the quality was bad. They won't, because there are people who want to come up with cool ideas or interesting ideas or ideas that's not typical there and see if that works though, which also supposedly requires some testing. Which is why it seemed like it quote took forever though to have a Kecleon appear in the game though, because they already told people on various media so they were working on a mechanic on introducing it though. They just don't want to simply say, hey, here's your partially invisible lizard, go for it. And then mechanic ended up being regular Pokestops in which it can appear on one stop at a time within a certain radius though. Who knows how big that radius is, I don't know. And it will prevent you from spinning though. It will be mostly invisible except for the typical band around its waist. So interesting mechanic though too there. Same thing like how long it, not as long though, but how long it took him though to have a Zoroark and Zora, the little fox over there though. Similar to a Ditto except for it, the mechanic it's like let's just say that Ditto has a better chance of being more well camouflaged than a little fox over here, since the little fox tends to pretend to be whoever your current traveling buddy is or were active during the day. So even if you switch your buddy though, let's say 5 times in one day though, the fox will still appear as one of them. It doesn't be your immediate one. It cannot, however, as far as I'm aware of though, disguise itself as a buddy that you had last summoned out like 5 months ago. But it is much easier to detect though, especially if there's a group of Pokemon out there that's currently out in the pool, like say a Pikachu or Spearow or whatever, and you see a legendary that just happens to be in the wild, unless basically otherwise, or an event one wearing a costume. That's a dead giveaway there too of how to find a little creepy little fox. Well, not creepy, but sneaky little fox. Ditto, on the other hand, you won't know until you capture it though, and it could be any of the normal looking ones. So despite it being well known for not fully forming the subject though, due to its face always staying the same, the plain face. At least for the game mechanics sake though, it does a good job on pretending to be whoever it's trying to be, which is usually the first form evolution of Pokemon there. So yeah, usually whatever the current pool is though. I know, I know, and probably until they do it or not do it, then say until they officially say no, we're not doing it. Though. But I know some people still wants to drop off legendaries into gyms though, so they can battle. I mean, they could, because I don't see anything that would prevent them like being too overpowered. Because normally though, if you have a creature that can take them out, those usually takes 3 battles per certain mon there if they're fully healthy. The ones that you're attacking, that is. Okay, so I got 6 more minutes there. Once again, remember though that incense will only work if you're moving. Though I know there's some people who legitimately have a reason for not to be able to move around though, and they don't feel like being chaperoned though. But there are some that just don't care and will try to do things they're not supposed to, and then wonder why they get in trouble. Ooh, shiny, shiny versus shiny. I lose. I like how some of these are listed as fast attacks, but they go 2 times slower than the fast attack. And their more powerful attacks goes 4 times slower. I want something that hits fast. Boom, 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 boom. Not like boom, 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 3. I never noticed though it had a little static electric sound whenever it does its cry. It seems like on some games though, you don't hear it though until later generations where they can clear it up a bit. And like, oh, there was a little staticky sound to it. Because you got to remember back then that when it comes to Pokemon cries, though, they change the pitch and tone, or yeah, with certain ones though. So you can have the same cry for like 3 different Pokemon. I was watching a video about how they did that. Like, okay, that explains why this one sounds exactly like this one, just a slighter pitch. Of course, later generation though, they have more effects to them though to differentiate them from the original one though. So they may add like a static effect though to like electric types or like electrical crackling sound. Well, I wouldn't. Let's see. Come over here. I like Galarian wheezing though, but too bad they don't have that much. Oh, really? Dog, 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 dog. That shouldn't affect it. Yeah, for some reason, there's some of these attacks you don't think would be much of an effect of certain ones because they should be resistance. Nah, they just wipe them out like it was nothing. It's a giant horsey. Oh, wait, I can't say it that way because there's literally the Pokemon named Horsey. Yum, 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 yum. You know what? I wish they would add it to this game that they have in some games and apps that are like Pokemon Home is the size differential feature on the Pokédex to show you the Pokemon size when compared to a standard person though, which is what 5 something though, I guess. Sorry for the American measurement there, because I know how many don't like that because they think that's laughing joke there. But for example, though, like if something was like 5 feet, then you'll see like, oh, that thing is huge. Of course, I'll probably use metrics on something like this anyway, though, considering the rest of the measurements is all in that. But yeah, I kind of wish they had that in there though, since they already have so many variants on the Pokédex in this game. Because look at those variants, though, from your Shadow Pokemon there to your Event ones, though, to your Megas and such. They could do that though. Just have a special one though where it just shows here's default human person though, and have it scroll like on Pokemon Home there and other games. Like, ah man, that thing is big, or oh man, that is so tiny. Of course, it might be a little problem though because there are some tiny ones. Like what was it, the Rombi, the little fuzzy cutie bee over there though. That's so tiny. And granted, in the real world though, there's much tinier creatures that are not something that's like 10 times bigger, or like a giant metal ant. Okay, so we got 1 more minute though, and it'll be 5 o'clock local time. Well, that is it for the whole Community Day event classic with Squirtle. Unfortunately, only have the one shiny one though. To prove that is the shiny one for today, I will scroll down over here, show the date, show that it was a classic over there. Yep, Squirtle. But what I am going to do is stare at this intensely. Let's go ahead and do that War Turtle now. Not going to Mega Evolve it though. I will just evolve it up. There we go. Where is it? Oh, I forgot there's a walrus. You don't realize how big some of these creatures are until you see them on the map. Like the Walrein. Man, that thing is huge. I always thought it was a little bit smaller though. That thing I can put a saddle on it and ride into battle for some reason. One candy. There we go. Well, yes, that does it for the event there. Now that I got my floating Blastoise for some weird reason. Got my Hydro Cannon. I kind of wish they had their specialty attacks instead of saying, okay, you get the same thing, you get the same thing too. Why is there still some? Okay, there it goes. It just didn't refresh. Okay, and to end this off, like I usually been doing though, until I forget, is to catch up on any special researches I'm still working on though, which is right now the two versions, the Starry Skies, because genius me forgot that one was free, and I went and purchased one though without looking first. So oops. So I'm going to end up with two cosmogs there again. Not again, first time though. No, technically it would be third. Anyways, two of these extra ones. I did try to match them up so that way they both go off at the same time instead of one over the other one though. I still have this to work on though. Good luck on that. I'll find those little cloaking lizards. And once again, still need a Tornadus though, which for some reason has a silhouette of the party Blastoise. If they ever have that though, and if somebody's on my list though, while it's active though, let me know because I still need to take a photo of that, which involves me capturing it. Not fun. Let's see what else. Oh, I didn't manage to evolve this. I had enough candy to either evolve the Hisuian Sneasel or my shiny regular Sneasel there, so I decided to get Long Boy over here. Once again, I will show off the trainer code if anybody wants to add me though. Please note though that due to their limitations though, that not everybody will be able to get their gifts opened by me because I still think it's like what 50 or so, I don't know. I still gotta open these later though too. Oh, it looks like I'm petting the horse. Weird. Okay, so that ends it there though. There are other community events you can see on the list though if you're looking on my YouTube channel there. And we'll be back for the next one though, whenever that one's be, because I do not know which one's coming out next though. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and load this up to YouTube if it's on YouTube. Yay there. Once again, thanks for watching this though, and I'll see you then. Meanwhile, I'll take my little flying chihuahua looking mon with me and finish that up though on the friendship list. Thanks for watching, and later. 3, 2, 1.